that random coffee, that random Tim Hortons, that random McDonald's, it could literally put you in a position where 5 or 10 years down the road you are, financially stable. As wild and crazy as that sound, but that is the type of world that we're living in today. Greetings to everybody. Big up, big up, big up, the whole entourage. Big up the list. Big up every person. Alright, so I'm just about ready to go outside and see if I can get some laps in. But before I do that, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Yeah, and this is one of the same personal finance and what you'd call it, money management kind of encouragement videos, right? As I said before, I am not a licensed financial advisor, so whatever I might talk about or point you to is simply encouragement. Just look into this. It's almost like a friend send you like a meme, or they send you a link to a video on TikTok and you click on it and you just check it out. So hopefully it helps, hopefully it encourages you. Alright, so without further ado, let me just jump right in. For this update, I decided to go for my Chromebook and just try to give a better video capture of exactly what's going on. So from the onset, we can see that the portfolio total value, inclusive of all 3 accounts that are active, that's personal account, crypto account, as well as the tax-free savings account, is sitting at a grand total of $6,977.44. 40 cents. It changes because the markets are currently open. So let me just go ahead right now and jump right into the TFSA, which, as I had explained before, is my most heavily invested account. So for the day, we are up. Well, we're actually down 1% today. Oh wow, oh my god. For the week, 0%, so no growth overall for the week. For the month, 1%. 3 months, that's 4%. For the year, 12%. And all time, we're about 22%, which translates to about $1,000 in terms of our growth. But in terms of new development, there isn't much new development. As you can see right now, what I'm currently holding are just varying different stocks all over the place, really. So I try to be as diverse as I can. I have some oil and gas companies. I have a few this is a drone delivery company. I have some uranium mining company, and most of them, the reason why I got into them, because they are they were penny stocks at the time, and they have potential for growth. So I just decided to grab a few. A few of them are not doing so well. Chiefly is Context Logic Inc., or popularly known as Wish. I wish I had not invested in this, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I have about 13 shares in total, averaging a price right now of $24 thereabout, and all time I'm down like 78%. So that's pretty much like a good chunk, almost 3/4 of the investment. But at the time, it wasn't very expensive, so I'm not really stressing much about Wish, right? I think when I had bought in, what's the average price that I bought? Average price was $8.67 USD per share, right? Right now, the share price has dropped to $1.90 USD per share. But I'm not trying to sell right now. I'm just gonna leave it. Hopefully they get their business straight and bounce back. And for one of my most profitable investments so far, it has to be I'd invested in a gas company, or it's like a gas station. They were called Husky, but they were bought out by a bigger energy company called Cenovus, right? So to date, I am up 186% on that investment. At the time, I think I had just gotten like 6 shares initially, but over time, I bought some more here and there, blah blah blah. So my average share price is $7.98, and right now the share price for one is $22.86. So we can see that it has grown significantly. I think I've had it about a year now. So over the last year, they've gone up over 130%. So that's pretty good. So as I say, overall I'm up 186% on that, which translate to about $300 thereabout. And also I'm heavily invested. I think more than 60% of my account of my account is in this ETF. Is it 60? I think about 60. Yeah. It's 62. It's actually 62% of my portfolio, which is not necessarily good because you want to be as spread out as much as possible in case you experience dips in the market. You don't want your account to be affected too badly. But for now, I'm trying to spread out my risk some more, but for now almost 62% of my account is invested in this BMO Canadian Dividend ETF, right? So I have a total of 160 shares. I buy it every now and again when I get some money. I grab a few shares here and there. My goal is to reach about 500 shares in the next maybe 3 years thereabout. I mean, it sounds like a small amount of shares, but 500 shares can take a lot of money, especially when you're investing in other stuff too. But to date, I am up all of 10% on that investment, which translates to about $330 thereabout, right? My average price of entry was $19.75. It's right now $21.84. It's not particular. You won't see a lot of like great capital gains for these ETFs, but the dividends over time will make up for that. And as I mentioned, dividends, let's just jump in and see what's been going on in terms of dividend activity so far in the TFSA. So TFSA, and what I want to see right now, I want to see my dividends. All right. So for the month of, let's say for the month of March and April, I've gotten dividends from that same BMO ETF, and then a REIT, which is a real estate investment trust, which essentially is a more inexpensive way of investing in real estate. If you don't necessarily have the capital to go out and buy a building or get a mortgage and stuff like that to rent a property, you can always invest in REITs. I can talk about that another time. And then I have this, I think it's another ETF as well. So for the month of March coming into April, I've received a total of 10, 21, 30, about $33 thereabout. Could be more. I'm working to build out my dividends to invest some more money in the dividend stocks, but for now, this is the money that comes in passively, and that's monthly. I try to spread it out, or I try to invest in ETFs and different stocks that pay dividends on a monthly basis. For the last couple of weeks, I've bought some more shares. Typically, I've stayed around dividend ETFs and the REITs that I'm investing in right now. I have a few more shares of this True North Commercial Real Estate Investment Trust. I think I got about 3 shares here on the 18th. It was completed on the 18th, so I assumed I bought it on a Friday afternoon or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, I bought 3 more shares there. And that was on February. No. So I bought 3 more shares of the True North Commercial Real Estate on the 14th of April. On the 12th of April, I grabbed 1 share. Someone had mentioned this ETF to me in the comments, so I grabbed 2 shares of that on the 12th as well. On the 12th, I bought 1 share of my BMO ETF. I think that's what brought it up to 160, because before I had 159. Same ETF that I saw in the comments somebody has suggested. And also dividend. Hold up, let me take off dividends. Yeah, so these are my buys for the month between the ending of March and early parts of April, which we're still pretty early in April. But yeah, this is what I've spent so far. In terms of deposits, so over the last couple of weeks, I have my regular bi-weekly deposit of $50 or $50. Happens every 2 weeks, so that's consistent. And as I had mentioned in the previous video, whenever I get some extra money thereabout, I usually just just send it over here instead of like put it into like savings or like maybe eat it or something. I usually just send it over here to invest in something. Let's jump to the crypto portfolio, which has been fluctuating very, very, very much as of late. For crypto, the last day has been, I think I'm always up. Well, the last day is a minus 0% actually. Last week, nothing. Month, 3% growth. 3 months, minus 10%. Oh my god. Before the year, I'm up 6%. And all time, I'm up a good 64% in crypto. And that's largely because there's hardly any of my money in crypto right now, because I had made some gains on Bitcoin in one of the spikes, and I used those gains to reinvest in other cryptocurrency. So I technically don't have much money in it, like money from my own like pocket or whatever. It was money that was made in the market. So that's why you see it being up at 64%. But I think right now the most profitable investment has to be Ethereum. I had gotten in when the price was just about $2,549. Ethereum is $3,800 thereabout for one coin. I'm up a total of 49% on Ethereum. And I have a few more coins here and there that I've invested in. Cardano, AMP, Dogecoin, Mana, Matic, Ren, Sand, Shiba Inu, and XLM or Stellar Lumens. So my goals with this crypto account is, if there are some good dips in the market and I can get some more of these coins, or maybe invest in different coins, because there are several different cryptos that you can invest in. I have a few here on my watch list that I usually just check the prices to see what's going on. But for now, I'm fine with just leaving it to see what the next couple of years has to offer as it pertains to this cryptocurrency account. That's it for this week's update, or this update, because it's not like I do weekly updates. Yeah, any short-term goals for the account? Just to invest something, do the best I can, and just see what the future holds for this account. My hope and my goal is to build it, to about maybe say 10 grand thereabout by let me see, about mid 2023 thereabout. That's a good goal, conservative goal. As I said, I try to do bi-weekly deposits of $50 here. I have I'm trying to invest in some other stuff outside of Wealthsimple, so everything doesn't go here. But for Wealthsimple, I try to stick to $50 bi-weekly, and then whenever some extra money come in, I send it over here. So thanks for watching this video. If you're interested in investing and stuff, I can share my basic layman's term everyday guide knowledge that I have, and I can also point you to other sources of information that I myself have taken advantage of to learn and develop my knowledge in my quest for financial freedom, and to properly manage and steward over the resources God has given me. So take care, and give thanks.